This is Nadir.
This Kev.
And yo, we are Games Music Life. This is the Games Music Life podcast, episode 298. What's up, man?
Wow. Hey, man, I'm out here chilling out, my boy. Yeah, we finally back at it. Well, we had like a 2.5 week break.
I know, yeah. So what happened before? My birthday happened. That passed.
Listen, I don't know. I just know it was 2 days, man. You was like, nah, you caught a brick. You was like, nah.
Bro. So, yeah, it was just like, okay, so I went to a wedding on Sunday.
Why?
And, well, it wasn't even Sunday. It was Saturday. I'm sorry. And the wedding literally.
Why would you do that? That was a mistake.
Well, one of my friends, somebody, you don't even know him, so that shows y'all. Anyways, it's somebody I know that got married. And here's the thing about it. You ever went to a wedding that had no start time?
Nah. Listen, exactly. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I try to avoid all them kind of activities as best I can. Like, man, unless my attendance is mandatory, bro, Kev ain't coming through.
Yeah, I definitely feel you, and that's something that I'm gonna definitely keep doing because I usually tend to do that as well. You know what I'm saying? But like I go and there was not a start time to the wedding. There was a start time, but nobody was there. Let's just say that. So then my homeboy.
So you was in there lonely, huh?
Yes. So my homeboy
y'all should have just renewed y'all vows real quick.
We should have, right? But nothing was set up. I mean, except for the placemats and stuff. So needless to say, I told Sheree, like, yo, book us a reservation for some dinner, and we banged out and went to dinner and made a night of it, man. Had a good time. But that's one weekend. I don't know, just time.
Oh, man, so y'all ain't even make it. Man showed up, was like, hey, bro, I done took a picture. Like, hey, homie, I did show up for your wedding.
No, he was there. He saw us there. He came casually walking in 45 minutes after it was supposed to start. And I'm like, yo, you can't be serious right now. Like, what's going on? Like, I feel like I'm in, like, a prank. Like, this is punked or something. Well, anyways, he might watch pods. I don't want to slander him too bad.
Hey, nah, it's like, hey, man, congratulations, beloved, bro. I did my, like, listen, whether I'm here or not, bro, ain't really got nothing to do with your nuptials. You saw you saw my face, bro. I came to support you, big dog. Holla.
Yeah. No, exactly. That's the way I took it. I didn't say that to him, but he saw my face. He saw we was there, adapt up. And as soon as I was out of his peripheral, deer was out. Okay, I got real low, and we got out of there, man. We beelined it out of there. So next time I talk to him, I'll hear how the party went because I don't know. I don't know, Kev. I don't know how it went, but
you took that straight out the Kev playbook. I mean, the full play would have been I wouldn't have gone, but in the situation that you was in the predicament you was in, man, you pulled a full Kev move. So salute.
Yeah, for sure. So I know last time we didn't pod, it was Halloween happened, and you passed out candy, right?
I did pass out candy, man. I hope them little kids, man, they better appreciate that because it was cold.
It was.
It got real cold, man. We sat in the driveway, buddy. I packed it about 10 minutes early. I looked down the street, ain't seen no more kids. I was like, all right. Well,
did y'all get a lot of foot traffic?
Not really, man. But, it's because we live in the back of our neighborhood. So our trick-or-treat was only an hour and a half. So I figured that, kids just didn't really have time to make it all the way down.
Yeah. So. I feel it, bro. I'm trying to think anything else that happened during that time. I'm sure we'll.
So hold on. No, you gotta break it down to me. How y'all convinced the kids to sit at home and pass out candy when they could be out there cleaning up?
All right, so you know our wives, man. All right, you know how they are. So Shrita did this thing where she wants to take them to trunk or treat. I don't even know how trunk or treat even became a thing. You know what I mean? I think these pandemic. No, I think this happened before the pandemic. Be honest with you. So she does this trunk or treat. She takes them to do trunk or treating.
Wasn't that at the church?
Nah, not even that one. It was like one in the hood. I was proud of my baby for taking them to the kids of the hood, But they went to that. They went to a couple of them, actually. A couple of them got a gang of candy because she didn't want them to go into the neighborhood because that means we would have to take them to the end of the driveways and have them go walk around. So anyways,
that's the point.
That is the point. Normally that is the point. But it's always cold on Halloween, bro. So that means I get to the end of the road. I'm like, y'all got enough candy? I'll go buy some candy and y'all go home, Yeah. So that's how we end up getting into them passing out candy because she still wanted to pass out candy. It was a lot of people. As you know, our neighborhood, man, our neighborhood is like yours is still getting built out. Mine has been done for like the last 2 years. So people come into the neighborhood that don't live over here, which is cool. I don't mind that at all. Come over here and get some candy.
That's out of bounds, bro.
It's going to happen, Kevin.
HOA player.
So people came to get candy, and we passed out a bunch of candy. But like, I realized about 2 people in that I was going to pass the candy out. Dante was giving out like handfuls of candy, bro. And then he was letting people come. I try to treat it like the club. I'm the actual act. I'm on the porch. If they get past you and get to me, that means you didn't do your job. You give them their candy and they should never get to me. It was so many kids on the porch, man, just coming up to me, getting more candy. I said, Dante, you have to be the bouncer, man. So I started passing out the candy. Sometimes they would, you know, we made a night of it. It was cool, but it got a little cold, but we saw some stuff. I sent you a couple things about it. But that's how we got, I ain't say dupes. That's how we got into passing out candy, man. I'm starting to slowly realize, man, that my wife really likes Halloween. And I always found it weird that adults who like Halloween, because Halloween is not for adults.
It's around her birthday, so you know,
true.
So she got a lot to be excited about. I understand.
Yeah, that is true. Look at you always finding the silver lining.
I'll just be connecting the dots, man.
You do.
I'm a dot connector.
Yeah, you're good at that. You're good at that. I'm not giving you more compliments today. But yeah, so that was it, man. That's how we got into it. But shoot, let's get to what we've been getting to. What we've been playing. What you been playing, bro?
Ah, man, been playing that duty.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Went ahead and copped that. I ain't played since the weekend or whatever, but yeah, I've been enjoying that. That Modern Warfare 2 is fire.
Yes.
And then, you know what I'm saying, I just turn the 2K on every day. I at least I get my daily log in. I don't really play too much, but
okay. I saw the Dreamer edition drops this Friday. What is that? I know it's two.
That's the J. Cole.
So what is different from that one and the other ones?
The cover.
Oh, stop it! 2K got to stop finessing. Tamir, we had a ball playing duty. I didn't. We haven't had a chance to talk about it because we haven't potted. I had a ball playing that game. Like when we were trying to figure it out and trying to figure out those little missions or whatever we were doing, that was super fun. I was out there running across the grassy knoll, getting us caught, and once we figured it out, I've been thinking about it since we played it. I haven't played it since, but just 'cause time, you know, my time has been crazy. So, but I've been thinking about it. So hopefully this weekend we can definitely get it in. But I'll tell you one thing about it though, bro. That $69.99, it got to change. That did not sit well with me. That didn't. I'll be honest with you. Putting out that $69.99, 72, whatever with tax, it hurt. I didn't like it.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I just started spending $100 now. I'll be like, man,
yeah,
at this
you
point.
might as well. And I wish I would have. And that's the thing about. I wish I would have. I might pay the extra because I think if you do it, you can just add the extra
upgrade
20.
Like yeah.
I'm gonna do it, man, because it just makes no sense. You're right. You're that close to 100. Hey, you round up like me, but you're that close to 100. You might as well just go ahead and do it, because when I paid for it, I'm like, man, I already kind of put it out there that I was gonna cop. And you already copped. I'm like, man, he didn't tell me it was $69.99. And but yeah, I ended up getting it. I love the fact that some games we was at the top of the leaderboard, and some games we was at the bottom. But nonetheless, we just had fun, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's all it's about, man. Get out there running and gunning, man. It's just a good time. Nice, you know what I mean? Nothing too fancy, just something simple, man. Give you something to keep progressing towards, man. Carrot on the stick. It's you know what I'm saying? It's a good game. It's a good game.
For sure. I know you don't care about spoilers, but so I've been watching a lot of these Ragnarok videos lately, and I'm getting ticked off because I don't want to pull the trigger and buy it, because it'll just be added to the laundry list of games that I'll just get back to. Cause I ended up almost copping Horizon Zero Dawn Southwest, whatever one is called. I was about to cop the PC version, but I still haven't got it yet. But I have to play that game. You know what I'm saying? Like I just have to get it. I have to play it. But I don't want to keep buying these games. I ain't gonna play them right now. I can, because they're not going nowhere.
See, listen, now you done went and done it, bro. Now I'm about to cop it, because Target got the buy two get one free going right now. So I was just trying to figure out 3 games. So I think I might cop Madden. I might cop. Now I'm gonna buy that. Yeah, I might cop Madden, man. Like, why not? You know what I mean? And then I'm gonna get that Horizon Zero, the new Horizon game or whatever. But I forget what the third game was. I seen I was gonna cop, but I think that might complete the cipher. Okay, yeah. It's gaming is in a good place. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's some good games out right now. I just don't have the time to play them, man. Yeah, you know, I probably need to chill. I probably don't need to cop all that, but you know,
Christmas is coming, man. We always put it in the ether.
Christmas is coming. Yeah. But I'm saying it's the buy two get one right now, so it's like, man, I might as well just go ahead and cop. But I already know I ain't really got a whole lot. Well, actually, my time just got different, so I might have a little bit extra time to actually play these games. And but you know what I'm saying? I got shoes to buy, man. Like it's. Cause I need them lost and founds, bro. I don't care what you talking about. I know. I try to talk myself out of them, because even the it's like I know I got a sickness, bro. Because it's like a different angles on shoes is what gets me. Like those new Sheriff in Town 7s. I kind of didn't like them when I seen them,
But
I need them too.
I seen the back of them, and I said I need them. And then I saw the shorts.
I need them too, man. Like it's sick, but you better believe your boy. Man, listen, I'm gonna get in trouble around here.
I know. I already know. I'm already trying to hide some shoes for her in there because that's the only way I can really finesse it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
See.
I know a thing we didn't talk about either. We went to a comedy show with the
we didn't
GamesMusicLyfe.
get to talk about that.
We didn't get a chance to talk about that.
Yo, man, you could throw the picture up there if you want.
I will. Yo, I had a ball, man. I really had a good time. I was thinking about that salad you had and the fact you didn't eat those croutons for like a day. Like croutons looked all right. I almost wanted to go up to the Funny Bone to say, hey, I just want the salad. I don't even want to stay for a show. But it was a good time, man. And definitely got to see the waitress. She almost ruined it, but she was different. I really got to see you in your truest element. So when the waitress spilled the drink on us and she went to wipe the table and like she was about to wipe your leg, the stiff arm you gave her, like Barry Sanders would have been proud. Like, because I'm sitting right next to you, and when I seen you white knuckled her, you know what I'm saying? Like gave her the head, right? And I just started snickering because it was so funny to me that you was like, "Hey, stop," you know.
Hey, bro, I told you I really like this in real life, man. I'm real life Larry David, man. I'm real life Larry David, man. Like that, it's just who I am. I don't know, and that'd be the worst part too. Is it's like sometimes I'll be thinking back, like after I do something, like man, I probably should have handled that different. But like in the moment, like man, who I am just shines through. I ain't had time to think about it. Like she was, I mean, if we like she was. My wife was right there. I'm saying my wife was right there. It's like, hey, lady, come on. I came out to have a good night with my people. Right. You out here, you trying to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You trying to get a, she was trying to get a preview. You know what I'm saying? She was trying to get a sneak peek, man, a little snack pack. You know what I mean? A little snack pack on the pack.
I've never seen nobody move that fast, man. She was just moving in a little area, and she was, you know, because we are who we are, we tipped her very well. But still, I'm like, yo, I almost
you ain't earned this. Man.
Yeah, like you be lucky I've grown a little bit because younger than you
know, you lucky I love my people like I do.
Yeah, word.
Because otherwise, man, like listen, I'd have asked for your manager because you was slacking all night.
Oh man, she was, man. But we had a great time. The comedy show was good. The people that came out before the main act was good. But that was a good pickup on you, man. Kudos to you. That was a fun night.
I'm glad y'all enjoyed it, man. I'm glad we could do that.
We've been talking about it ever since. We're gonna get you and Toy out to Cooper's Hawk too. That's the next thing we were talking about, getting y'all out there for that.
Yeah, we do.
But anyways, so gaming is pretty much dead. There's really nothing else going on besides that. Duty is taking over. We're going to get back to that. I don't mean to skip around, but I got to get to these topics. The main topic I want to talk about, because I've been thinking about this a lot. But anyways, before we get to the main topic, which is our boy Kyrie, we're going to talk about him in a second. And we got some sad news at the end. We'll talk about that. I don't want to get too much into it. But NBA panic button. NBA season started. That's how long it's been since we potted. We haven't potted since the NBA season started. And the Lakers suck. That's one thing we do know. The Lakers suck. They're not going to get any better. It's weird that Utah is number one team in the West. That's super odd. Luka Doncic is going nuts right now. Giannis and them lost their first game. Ben Simmons is a dumpster fire. I want to get your thoughts on that to see what you think about that. And then Westbrook's coming off the bench. He actually is okay, but the Lakers suck once again. So I'll start with Ben Simmons.
He look all right off the bench.
What's going on with Ben Simmons? What do you think, man?
Man, he's just rusty. I ain't really tripping on that. Like,
I don't know,
just rusty, man.
No, you think so?
He'll be all right. Yeah. He'll be all right. Because my thing is, he don't really got, like, he got to shoulder even less of a load right now.
True.
Well, once Kyrie gets back, he's got to shoulder less of a load. So he'll be all right. But it's weird that the Nets are, like, they're improving. They're getting better.
They are.
Than how they started the season. So,
are you worried about KD and the load that he has? Pause. Are you worried about him at all?
Am I worried about KD? Nah, man. Like, listen, he a pure hooper, man. My guy, I'm starting like, I know he likes to win, but I think KD really just likes to play ball, man. Like,
that's it.
I think that's where it stops.
That's it. And I do think that is a detriment. I think that him being the way he is and the personality he has, I wondered if he would have handled it a little better with and what I say by that is holding the feet to the fire for the Nets. I do think the Nets need to hold a lot of this. They need to shoulder a lot of this burden on what's going on because they're just a bad ran organization. They're bad.
They are, man. That's because Joe Tsai got beasts under the boards, man. He got you know what I'm saying. He hiding demons, man. Nothing good is ever gonna come to that man.
No, I feel you.
Yeah, man.
I feel you.
He out here supporting genocide, man. We don't support that out here, man. Like I don't support Joe Tsai. I'm not feeling him at all.
I could tell
he canceled.
When you talked about it, I could feel the text. I read it like, yo, my man's really disgusting because he was all behind ISO gang when this all first started.
I still am. I'm behind the guys. I don't support the Nets organization anymore, bro. Like I take my fandom back to the Cavs. It's breaking news, man. Let it be known.
Okay.
We don't support the Nets. I support Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and the rest of the guys.
Okay.
But that logo on the front, man, we don't support that. That's trash. That's garbage. Joe Tsai is a garbage human being. He ought to be locked up. Put him in jail.
I feel you. So do you think Kyrie Irving's going to come back, Kev?
Yes, absolutely.
You think so?
100%.
I'm 180. I think he might be done. And I said
Why do you
this.
think that?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. I said this last year. I don't know if you remember on podcast, and I said, "Yo, I wouldn't be surprised if Kyrie retires." Now, mind you, I didn't see all this coming on, but I just felt like just the way he was moving, and it just seemed like he just get tired. You know what I'm saying? He just look at somebody and they tired of their job. They might just be good at it, but they're tired of it. And the reason why I think he's gonna retire, I think that he might be done playing basketball. Yo, this list of things that they're gonna make him do before he's able to come back. Like, come on, man. Like, okay, let me preface it by this. I think Kyrie dropped the ball and what he did was wrong. I felt like he handled it bad. Maybe, as far as the whole thing with the minute people said that it was hurting people's feelings, like, it hurts our feelings, he should have thought about that a little better. And I'll say that, right? Now, with that being said, don't flog the man. You know what I'm saying? He's still a man. You know, he's still a man. You can't. How you gonna make another grown man say you're sorry? It's one thing to see what you did was wrong, and I think he did that. He did that, and I told you the reason why I believe that he was gonna walk away from this is he's not backing down. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think he even wrote that apology. That was something
he met with Adam Silver today. Adam Silver was very happy with the conversation that they had. So like it sounded like they got some understanding.
Okay, I can see them having understanding, but Kev, just listen to this. Apologized and condemned the movie. They want him to like directly say that. A $500,000 donation to anti-hate causes, sensitivity training, anti-Semitic training, meet with the ADL Jewish leaders, meet with Joe Tsai to demonstrate understanding. And at that point, that's when Joe Tsai makes a decision to say, I think it's enough. You can come back. As a grown man, I can't sign off on that.
Nah, I think the Nets are actually catching a lot of backlash about that because the fact that stuff came out and they made that public, a lot of people are like, nah, like y'all tripping, like, you know what I mean? Y'all taking it too far at this point. And so I think quietly they're going to walk that back, and I don't know that Kyrie's actually going to have to do any of those things.
I got
and
you.
they just go let him back on the court. And it's going to be, like I said, he met with Adam Silver today. They said that meeting went very well. And like I said, now that we got a lot of, let's just say what it is. Now we got a lot of black people coming out saying like, hey, yo, the way that y'all going about this, trying to embarrass this man publicly, we don't rock with that. Like this feels reminiscent of slavery. I'm not feeling it. I think that they're going to have to back off and just accept that, hey, Kyrie Irving has already issued his apology, which they basically did it twice. I guess they just felt like he didn't apologize good enough the first time. And it's like, hey, yo, listen, we're not feeling you anymore on this. Yeah. And like I said, if I'm Kyrie Irving, I would straight up come on out. I'd be like, hey, listen, I apologize to the communities that I offended. But also at the same time, I want Joe Tsai to come stand next to me. And I want him to go ahead and take accountability for his part in the genocide that he's profited off of from his businesses. So Joe Tsai, why don't you come stand next to me and look in this camera and make sure that you apologize and you cop too, and you let them know what it is that you're going to do to make this right. Joe Tsai, come on.
Gotcha.
Come on in the frame.
So there's a couple questions I have for you with this, right? I had to write them down because I literally have been stewing with this for a couple of days now. When black people were hurt, when did any other let's say white people, black people, whoever, when did a white person have to have a list of things that they had to do before they were allowed to come back to their organization?
Hey,
just
listen,
anything.
Listen, we had this conversation, man. Riley Cooper. Okay,
well, I'm gonna start there.
They made the black players go rally around him.
Okay, now see that's what I wanted to get to, because that's the part that made me angry. Now, mind you, I didn't want to give too much away because we were texting and you were throwing salt on it with the Eagles stuff, and I had to own it. I had to own it, because I was one of the people that said, man, hey, he catching touchdowns, get him out there, and that's a sickness on my part. Okay, and I was jokingly saying it was tongue in cheek, but
yeah, I know,
you know me, I know.
But now y'all won a Super Bowl. It's like, actually, I can't let that ride no more.
I can't. No, I can't. I couldn't, Kev. Because here's the thing, though, bro. The times that this stuff has happened, it's like it makes me wonder. Like, okay, I had to write a list down. I'm sure I'm missing people out, but this is the short list that I came up with. Hulk Hogan. Remember Hulk Hogan said what he said? Okay. Yeah. Riley Cooper. Okay. Yep. Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Yep.
Okay. And Mel Gibson. Okay, yeah. Those are just 4 people that I'm going to name that I've thought off the top of my head. The thing that's crazy about it is 3 of these people are admitted racist. They literally was like, yo, I'm racist. This is what it is, right? And still people came and supported them. I remember when Mel Gibson came out and did what he did, which I still don't understand how he's making movies still. But like Robert Downey Jr., other people was like supporting the fact that, I know him well enough. When Hulk Hogan got into the mess that he got into and said what he said, right? I remember The Rock was real big on him, talking about, I know him very well, and I know he's not a racist, okay? When Riley Cooper did what he did, Michael Vick, all the other not all of them, but a lot of black players on the Eagles surrounded him and said,
forced to.
Probably forced to. Yeah, you're right, forced to. And they surrounded him, was like, oh, I know Riley. He's okay. He said it. He said the N-word with the hard ER. You heard it.
He said he would beat him.
He said it in 4K at a country concert, and I believed everything he said about it. Dog the Bounty Hunter, a racist, bro. He said, I'm racist. You come around here, you're going to hear the N-word with the hard ER. He said it. He got his show back within the year, you know?
Hey, yo, if we really want to take it there, man, Donald Sterling somehow got out here and was talking wild, and you know what he got to do? Make more profit.
Yes.
We're looking at the owner of the Phoenix Suns right now, man. Are they holding his feet to the fire every day? I don't think so.
But see, but you bumped into a great point that I was thinking about, though, Kev. When those 2 owners got in trouble, they didn't ask the other owners what they thought of it. You know what I'm saying?
Shove a camera in the face and make them say sorry.
No, they didn't. They didn't do that.
There was no list of things that they needed to do.
Exactly. Another thing that gets on my nerves, I'm really hurt with black media. Like I like Jalen Rose. I had to unfollow him, bro. I had to unfollow him.
What Jalen do?
He went on a public apology tour for Kyrie. I didn't like that. I didn't like how Shaq and Chuck was talking about him. Don't get me wrong.
Just tell me that they tap dance. It's cool. Like, hey man, do your dance, Shaq. Do your dance, Diesel. We already knew that he would bust it open if they asked him to.
But which one of these black whatever I want to say media people would say, listen, just like I'm doing right now. I'm not saying I'm doing it right, but I'm saying like, yo, I don't like what Kyrie did, but you ain't gonna cart me out and ask me. Ain't nobody asked Luka Doncic how he felt about this.
Yeah, listen, good old Uncle Shay Shay came on out, and he went ahead and took up the mantle for Kyrie. Like, listen. You know what I'm saying? This is a man. Y'all ain't going to strip him of his dignity. We not rolling with that. We not rocking with that.
Okay.
So that's why we roll with Shay Sharp the way that we do.
Okay.
I see Nick Cannon went on out there. He went and talked to the head of the ADL and let him know, like, hey, listen, we still not feeling
good.
that.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what now we're starting to see the tides changing a little bit, and we're starting to see a lot more black celebrities coming to the defense of Kyrie Irving, because it's like, yo, listen, we can admit that he was wrong. Like, you know, hey, listen, we're not going to preach no hate against nobody across the board or whatever. But at the same time, man, like, we're not just going to let you run my man through the ringer unless you're Shaq, because then you'll get, you know what I'm saying, your big happy ass up there and tap dance for massa, you know what I'm saying, spread them cheeks. Whenever they ask, you know what I mean? Because
that was so corny, man.
You can make a couple dollars. Because, I mean, listen, Shaq looking real funny in the light these days, okay? Right. Like, because when Kanye made that tweet talking about the guy that he was in business with, and like, hey, man, you know, these people, they always, you know, not no individual race, religious, ethnicity, or anything like that. But, you know, these business people or whatever, they always find a way to take advantage of our celebrity. And they always profit, because he's like, you know, the guy laughed talking about, oh, you know, I got the 51% of this company and the voting rights and all that stuff. And what does Shaq do? He want to come out and attack Kanye. It's like, hey, my brother, hey, listen here. I'm just letting you know what's up with your deal.
Why don't they see the play? When I say they, meaning that black media.
Shaq just happy to be here. Does Shaq strike you as the most intelligent individual you've ever seen in the world? No. Listen, Shaq is just happy to be a part of the club, we'll say. And you know what I'm saying? You know he gonna put on them tap shoes and he gonna dance as long as they tell him to, okay? He gonna keep on dancing the jig.
But why can't they see the play, bro? Like seriously, when they start carting your black butt out there and start asking you questions about another black man, you can say no comment. You can say a lot of things, but don't condemn the guy. Because I don't see how they don't understand.
Or you can really stick up for a brother. Like,
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, listen, man, maybe what he did was wrong, but I'm not willing to give up on my brother.
Exactly. Or just say, listen, even if you say what he did was wrong, like, yo, I'm going to reach out to him because I'm not going to sit up here and y'all talk. One thing I'll give credit to is Bomani. Bomani said that. Bomani said, because they was, of course, he's very well spoken, intelligent, and they wanted to get him on a lot of the shows to try to talk about Kyrie. And he was like, nah, this doesn't sit well with me because I'm not going to publicly condemn another black man on TV and y'all asking me. Why don't y'all ask not Will Bond, ask somebody else, somebody white.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Because I don't like how they just try to put it to where you're asking another black man about another black man as if to say, well, you're black, he's black. What was he thinking type of thing? And I'm like, I just didn't get it, man. I just didn't like that.
I guess my thing is that, it's really just a setup because it's like, yo, you're asking me to sit up here and try to rake him over the coals and do your dirty work for you. How about you go ahead and do your own dirty work? I'm not going to do that. Like, the man apologized. That was good enough for me. But since he has to apologize to you, you can tell us if that was good enough for you or if it's not. Yeah. Okay. And, hey, listen, but at the end of the day, I'm not willing to give up on this young brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, maybe he made a mistake. Hey, listen, I hope that, he grows from it, but I want to see the best for him.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Regardless, I'm not Shaq. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not going to sit up here and call you daddy. Like, sorry.
Right. But we understand what he said. We understand that people got hurt from it. And did he not handle it the best? Absolutely. But I'm not going to sit up here and you just, like you said, kind of mirroring your thoughts. I'm not going to do that as well. But I want to see when something like this happens, because racism happens with black people all the time. I want to see a list. I want to see a laundry list of things, and I want it to come to me. I want it to be ledger to GamesMusicLyfe and ask me if I felt okay about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the next white person do something like this, send them to an HBCU for a year.
I just want to know when we get to write the list of conditions of what it's going to take for you to be able to have your career back.
Yeah, word. Because they get it back, man. They get it back.
Immediately. I'm saying, like, as a matter of fact, they start telling us, man, we need to get over it.
Yeah, they do. They do. That's one thing about it, though, bro. Is like, I really try to understand why we as black people still come back and still try to. We're so compassionate. We are. We're so compassionate. There ain't even one Jewish person that sat up and said, well, some. I'm going to say this. Everybody matters, but the ones that matter haven't said anything. To say, like, man, give Kyrie a pass, man. I know what he meant.
What I will also say, though, is, like, I don't know how many people of the Jewish faith or Jewish ethnicity or, hey, listen, I did do my own research, but I don't know how many people have come out to condemn him either. Like, I don't know how much they're up in arms about this. And I mean, like,
that's
again,
a good point.
I understand that, the media that he may have shared may have been offensive, and I feel like he did atone for that. But like, I can't gauge their level of outrage, hurt, frustration from what it is that Kyrie did, outside of, the fact that we just keep hearing about how, and I mean, it's loudly publicized how many deals that he's lost, and, how much money he's not going to make, and how much they're taking away from him.
Yeah.
And, what I'm saying? We hear all of that, but I haven't heard anybody from that community actually express what it was that hurt them so much about what it is that he said or did, or, like, I would like to hear more from them.
Well, one thing that you and I went back and forth on is, like, and we're very intelligent. Like, we're nerds, man. As people know, watching the podcast, or anybody who stumbles across this, if you haven't subscribe. But I still have not figured out what was said. Okay, anti-Semitism. Is it just speaking badly on Jewish people? And if someone can get in the comments and tell me, because I still don't understand what in the world it is. I understand that it hurts people, and I don't like that, but I don't really know what exactly about it. If I'm gonna stop there, because I think
feel free to edit if you need
to.
Okay,
I thought about going a little deeper, but I'm not. But one person that did come out and condemn the black media, and we need to protect this man at all costs, and he is one of the funniest people in the world, is Dr. Umar Johnson, man. Protect that man at all costs. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't really agree with a lot of things he say. Some things I find funny. And this part, when he was talking about what needs to happen, I was fully on board. Like fully on board. Protect that man at all costs. But the last thing I had on it though, bro, before we stop talking about it, is the fact that I believe the Nets should just go ahead and waive him.
Nah.
I think they should. And the reason why is because I don't see them giving him a long-term deal. If he comes back, I really don't see. I see Kyrie helping, but he doesn't really move the needle. Their team is bad. The team.
Listen. First of all, Kyrie was balling when he was actually on the floor.
Him and KD. But if you got two people, him and KD scoring 39, 40 a night, and y'all still losing to the Pacers or whoever y'all play, is it really worth it?
Man, listen, they dropped a couple games, man. But listen, we're 4 the Nets are 4-7 right now. So like, hey, man, it's early in the season. It's not all hope is lost.
Yeah.
It's not a dumpster fire yet. But
so they're not the Lakers.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Only thing I would say is if they decide they want to waive Kyrie, make sure you waive KD too. Go ahead and go all in.
That's what I'm saying. Blow it up. Trade KD. Waive Kyrie because they do. So I mean,
no. Don't trade KD. Waive KD. Make sure to pay him all his money, and make sure to waive him. And y'all stand on that, and y'all go figure it out, man. Now I will say, there was one player that kind of set a precedent for what is happening to Kyrie Irving right now, and it doesn't really work in our favor. And that player is Myers Leonard. Okay.
Yo. Now, who? Glad you brought that. I had it in my notes before, but I deleted it. And that's one thing I would say. Have you seen the world tour they're putting Myles Leonard on since he left the NBA? It is nasty. It's a nasty game, bro. They got him out there with Rabbi. They got him out there with everybody. And that's a 7-foot white man that shoots 40% from the 3-point land, Kev.
Yeah.
And he has not found his way back in the NBA. So if you don't think that they will take this away from Kyrie, bro, I'm telling you.
Myers Leonard's not Kyrie at the same time.
I understand
that. And his offense was much more egregious than what Kyrie Irving did. Listen, first of all,
true.
This is another side that I really haven't liked about the whole thing that nobody seems to be bringing up in this whole conversation, but it's because it involves taking your thought process to the next level. And it's like, why is a guy like Kyrie Irving doing all this research? How is he finding these documentaries? And I would give you my opinion on that. It's because of what America has done to him as a black man and stolen his entire history, stolen all of his culture from him, stolen his name from him. But nobody seems to care about that. So when this man goes on his own journey trying to find the answers to his own lineage, and that's what he lands on, and he decides to share it, thinking that he's doing something good for people that look like him, who are also struggling with the fact that, our history had been stripped away from us from what's happened in this country, that everybody just seems to gloss over. I have to be a little bit more patient with Kyrie in that regard, because, he's just trying to find himself and reclaim what it is that this country has stolen from him. But, that's the part that you're supposed to shut up. You're not supposed to talk about that. It's not supposed to be said out loud. And, if anybody from those other communities also wants to go ahead and touch on that, I think that would be a welcome conversation.
Oh, absolutely so. I'll be right there with bells on. I want to hear part of it too. Identity is big, and as any black person, because our identity is so, we don't know how to make sense of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like anybody,
I understand him doing the research in that regard,
because
it's like he hey, listen, man, he doesn't know, for sure. So he's got to try to do the research on his own.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, man. I love that conversation. Put a little button on that one. Just moving on. Nothing else really came with Kanye. The one person of all these news that happened that should be clapping because their news is kind of pushed into the back was old boy from the Spurs who was exposing himself. I know he probably was like, man,
hey man, when in doubt. When in doubt.
Absolutely not. Don't do that. We got to get back to reviewing some more music too, man. The Drake and 21 album came out, and I know you said it was knocking. I thought it was some of the most laughable struggle bars I've ever heard in my life. I didn't think Drake could regress, and he did. We're going to review more music, but we got to get to that one. What did you think about the Meg line, though?
First of all, I didn't think it was a line about Meg.
Me neither.
Yeah,
but
I didn't
think it was about Meg. But because of everything that's going on with her, should he have put it in there?
Yeah, why not, man? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't hold my tongue because of what you got going on. Like, nah, listen,
Yeah.
I thought it was a clever bar. I'm going to spit it. Like, you know what I mean? And what?
Yeah.
Hopefully Meg sends some bars back.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't doubt she
make it a
will.
beef.
Yeah, she came out and, put her disrespect out there or whatever. I don't know. So we're going to have a Drake versus Meg. He'll probably apologize, though.
I don't think he's going to. Like, if Meg got something to say, I think, you know what I'm saying, he'll just take the hit and keep on pushing. I mean, at this point, man, like, if he survived Pusha T, like, what's Meg gonna do? Like,
True. He was getting a lot of flack about that. Pusha T ended up ruining his Adidas deal. Talked about his mama, his daddy, everybody, his silent kid. He never did anything to Push, but he put a diss out
let it go.
to Meg. Yeah, let it go. I mean, I guess
it wasn't a diss to Meg. It was just a clever line.
I know it was a clever line.
She lying about the shots, but they were talking about them basement shots. You know what I mean? Not the buck shots.
Right. I think I don't know. I think it was kind of corny. I think with him being as calculated as he normally is, he shouldn't have said it just because it alludes to the other person. Even though I can, when Yachty came out to his defense and said that who he was talking about, I was like, oh, that makes sense.
He wasn't talking about anybody in particular.
No, he's talking about Elkie the Stallion. I'll send you the girl, but I mean the story, I should say. But they was talking about her.
Yeah, don't send me no girl, man. Come on,
come on, man. It's a wholesome
black man.
This is a Christian Discord server we got going on right now, man. So yeah, I'm definitely not gonna do that. I'm just the story. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just send me the story where they was recapping it and all that. Yeah.
But before we get out of here, man, I definitely want to send our condolences to Takeoff. Lost his life, man, and I know you said it just like I was thinking it as well when we talked about it, but it's getting old, man. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I mean, especially with Takeoff, because it was when you sent me that, I was like, huh? Like, that don't even make no sense. Like, somebody shot Takeoff.
Right. And then when it comes into not really doing the details and what happened, because of course, the part about it that I found a great watch was how Academic solved it all. Mm-hmm. And when I sent it to you, I'm like, bro, I think you're missing like internet gold right here, man. Like,
I was watching it.
Okay. Because at first you weren't, and I told you about it, what's going on. And they literally pieced it all together. And that's the thing about it, man. And it is, with social media being what it is, with live, and I'm going live, I'm doing all this stuff, I definitely believe it was like something that was derived to keep tabs on people, to understand what happens. We saw the crime. Mm-hmm. Like, we legit saw the crime. We saw what happened. And I wonder if this is going to be the end of that, because I don't think it was too much money involved. It was too much loved ones involved for it to just be like, oh, just another guy, another person got murdered, and that be that. I think other people are going to fall for this, and like the internet be internet, man. But it goes into, like I told you before, man, we don't see this with country acts.
Yeah,
we don't see this with backpack rappers. We only see it with us. And that's the part that I just kind of wonder about. Like, I ask you all the time, like, yo, how does this happen?
Man, the one thing I would say that I took away from that Academics Live that I thought, like, man, he hit the nail right on the head, mm-hmm. was when he said that, hip hop culture has to stop embracing crime culture. Mm-hmm. Like, you don't have to live like that. I mean, more specifically, he's saying black culture. Yeah. Like, yo, man, like, we don't really got to live like that, man. Like, I'm starting to wonder if rap isn't working to the detriment of those in the hip hop community, just because it's like, yo, you killed Takeoff?
Right.
Like, what? And I mean, it doesn't seem like it was something that happened on purpose. It seemed like it was, just, hey, listen, he was wrong place, wrong time, kind of. But it's just like, man, after you see and then we gotta suffer through all the footage, and like you think about like PNB Rock, Nipsey Hussle, all these mm-hmm. guys and all this stuff, and it's like, man, young successful brothers losing their life way too early over nothing. And
but one thing I wanted to ask you though, Kev, and this is what we were talking about when it first happened, and I wanted to get your thoughts on it. The very first thing I thought about when it happened was, as black people, as black men, we got to do better with our anger. We got to do better with understanding that ultimately, I just want everybody to go home, man. You know what I'm saying? It just made me like super sad that I look at my boys, I look at you, I look at every black man I love. You deserve to get old and grow.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? You deserve it. You know what I mean? Like I see people that are not black, you know, and it's like it's forgiven. It's a foregone conclusion. They're gonna get old and grow with their families, create new families, grandchildren. As black men, I don't know if we're gonna make it. And it's like it's sad because not from sickness, not from a freak accident, from our own egos or our own whatever. I don't know what to call it, but some stupid stuff. And I wish I could. This wasn't our, you know, for. You know what I mean? If I could let some expletives out.
You could go ahead and let it out. Listen, the way I talked about Shaq already today,
I know.
And the way I hope that brother gets his mind right. You know what I'm saying? I hope that he sees the bigger picture.
Yeah. But we deserve it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we deserve it. And that's to know that brother's now gone at, 28? For some ego? That's just,
I don't even know if
sad,
like,
man.
yeah, and the real bad thing it wasn't even his ego. Like,
No. It wasn't his, but it was somebody else's ego.
Yeah, and then you can't even be around. Like, yeah, it sucks. Like, man, I can't even be around. Like, something we supposed to be having a good time and all this, that, and the third. And it gotta, you know what I'm saying, result in some stupidity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, not even stupidity, just tragedy. It's like, come on, bro.
Right.
Like, we don't have to live like that. Like, and I hope that more people, especially in our community, start to realize, like, hey, man, listen, you don't have to live like that. Like,
yeah,
you can just do you, stay out the way, man. Like, feel love and compassion for you know what I'm saying, for each other out here. I wish that we could see more of that. Like, you know, for as much as they trying to get on Kyrie Irving, I feel like in his heart he was trying to do something good for people, or I don't want to say good, but he was trying to give something to people that look like him, man. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to give a sense of identity back.
Yeah.
You know, to people that look like us.
Yeah.
And you know, I do hope that we start striving more towards building a community, something to be proud of. And I shouldn't even say that because we got a lot to be proud of. Man.
We do.
Like, we've accomplished amazing things.
Absolutely.
But there are some things that we've got to straighten out, and we've got to get out of our communities. We can't celebrate anymore. We've got to move beyond. We've got to grow past. And you know, hopefully we won't got to see too many more events like that, you know, take place or transpire before we can, you know, start to kind of build out into a better place.
Yeah. Yeah. Very well said, my brother. All right, man. You got anything else?
Nah, man, we laid it on heavy for it, man. Listen, this is a comedy podcast. I'm sorry we went all deep on y'all, but you know what I'm saying? It was about time. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully there's somebody out there that needed to hear this conversation, man. Please leave a comment, man. Let us know how y'all feeling, what y'all thinking, man. Because, you know, and that's for anybody.
For sure. Yeah, definitely. We're always open for a good conversation. And if you come in there with that silliness, you'll be on the Summer Jam screen next week. We record next week. And we'll put the comment up here and we're going to talk about you. But nonetheless, there are no dumb questions.
Talk about your mama.
Yeah. Don't do that. But yo, let's get out of here. Yo, beautiful people, this is Nadir.
It's Kev.
And yo, we are Games Music Life. This was the Games Music Life podcast, episode 298. Drink more water, people. Peace.